guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed my last bonus video. I'm doing another one today, an AuthorTube tag that I found on one of my favorite channels, Meg Latour's iWriterly. Thank you, Meg, for this cool tag. This one is called the Story Idea Writing Tag, and it's 10 questions. So, on to the questions. So, question 1. Current story. What is your current story idea that you're working on? My current work in progress is an adult urban fantasy novel titled Sacrifice of the Blood Moon. I tried my best to sort of take a trope that I've enjoyed over the years, werewolves versus vampires, and put my own spin on it. I included elements of witchcraft and Greek mythology, so I hope that that combination will amount to something unique. Let me know what you think of that combination in the comments below. Alright, so question 2, spark of inspiration. Do your ideas begin with characters, plot, world building, or something else entirely? Good question. So for me, I guess I like to start my stories with the characters because I think that those are probably, at least in my opinion, the most interesting and driving forces behind any story. Granted, everyone has their own method of work for them, so I mean there isn't any real right or wrong way to do it, but that's just what I like to do. And I feel that this leads into question 3, which is pretty cool. Brainstorm. How do you puzzle piece your story elements together? Do you like to start at the ending and work your way to the beginning, or vice versa? And like I said, I like to start with characters, but I prefer to start from the beginning since I'm a planner. I like to outline it. I like that structure of working my way through a story from the beginning. There was a point when I was writing the first book for Knights of Avalon where I did picture the ending, but as I planned and I outlined, that ending sort of didn't work anymore. So I guess for me, I don't really want to start with the ending of the book because as I go back to the beginning or I plan my outline, it's like that ending may not fit well with what I develop. So definitely I like to plan characters first, and then I like to work my way from, like, I suppose like the bottom to the top, the beginning to the end. But that's is me. So question 4, keep or toss. How do you know when you want to keep or dump a story idea? And currently the ones I have developing, I definitely wouldn't dump any of them, but there have been ideas I've had that I've dumped just because I didn't feel that I could flesh the idea out enough, or I wasn't motivated enough or passionate enough about that idea. So I feel if you aren't passionate about an idea, you're probably not going to finish it. And that's how I know, at least. I'm not fully committed to something, and I should probably dump it and focus my energy into something that I am passionate about and something that I have a drive to finish. Question 5. Alright, so this is a kind of a fun one because I can relate to it. Alright, original idea. How much of your original idea for your story is actually used once everything is finished? And this is definitely a cool one because before Knights of Avalon was Knights of Avalon, it was the Chosen Warriors of Avalon, and before that it was a file that I had initially created, and I came up with an idea for a story that was about elemental witches, and I wrote some of the characters and I started plotting it out, and then my computer crashed and I lost everything, so that really sucked and I was discouraged. And I didn't have really anything to reference or to go off of what I had before. The only thing I had was just kind of by memory. So when I restarted it, I used the main character, and I think I may have changed his name and his powers, of course, because before he had like wind magic, and now he has blood magic. And the other 2 characters that I had in that story became not main characters in the new story, but they became characters from the MC's past. So they definitely have screen time, so to speak, but it's definitely different. So the idea evolved a lot, and from the time that I started outlining what was once Cursed Blood to Curse of the Shadow King, the main idea has definitely stuck, but it's evolved in ways that I'm incredibly excited about, and I'm definitely, happy with and proud of. I think storytelling is definitely, it's an evolving craft, and anyone who has written a book or a story and gone through multiple drafts can definitely test the fact that their story has probably changed in different ways, whether it's because of a critique partner, a beta reader, or any sort of feedback that you've gotten that has given you a fresh perspective on the story that you wanted to tell. Question 6. Hide or share? Do you share your book ideas with friends or keep them a secret? Well, I don't keep my ideas a secret, but I like to develop them to a certain point and then I'll share them with select people, like my boyfriend, or I have a couple friends, one of them who is also a writer, that I'll share my ideas with when I feel like geeking out and being excited about what I'm writing. It's nice to sort of get feedback or to just have someone else be excited along with me, you know? Question 7. Dream. Have any of your book ideas originated within a dream or a nightmare? And the answer is yes. There was one time I had this crazy vivid sci-fi dream where the planet somehow was like removed from orbit and it flew through space. It was a pretty crazy vivid dream where, yeah, it just involved a flying planet, aliens, a battle. It was pretty crazy, and it stuck for like weeks, if not months, very vividly in my head after I'd had it. So right now I have a work in progress that is a sci-fi fantasy, and there is a sequence within that book that I'm developing that is inspired from that dream. So I hope that you guys will enjoy it, and I'm excited to share it. Question 8. Doppelganger. Have you ever had an idea for a story and then see a similar premise in a book, TV show, or movie? And the answer is no. I guess I haven't had that happen to me. Question 9 is big screen inspiration. Have any of your favorite movies or TV shows sparked ideas for scenes in your book? You know, the answer is probably no. I don't think I've ever seen a scene in a movie or TV show particularly that inspired a book, but there are things that do inspire me. And when I think of, you know, writers and directors for TV shows, movies that I've enjoyed, like there's one person that does come to mind that has been an inspiration, and that's Joss Whedon. I love his work. I love the people that he surrounds him with as far as like writing. Marty Noxon, Dave Greenwalt, all of them are incredibly talented. I love Buffy, I love Angel, I love Firefly. You know, he definitely comes up with incredibly impactful characters, inspirational characters, and storylines. And another thing I'm inspired by is Japanese animation, one of them being Sailor Moon. So yeah, I definitely have inspirations, but I don't think that there's anything particular, like one scene or, you know, one thing that has like inspired me to write an idea. Alrighty, well, last but not least, question 10. Nostalgia. What's the oldest first story idea you remember coming with and writing down? Well, when I was a kid, I loved writing, and there was a Star Trek fanfiction, and I don't really remember much else until I got to the point of participating in RPG groups on Yahoo. And, you know, as I mentioned before, there were canon things like Buffy and Charmed and Smallville, but I started to incorporate my own, like, original characters into those verses and writing fanfiction. The first major project that I did on my own was probably, you know, the original concept of what Once Upon a Time was the blueprints for Knights of Avalon. So I guess that would be nostalgia for me. Alrighty, well, that does it for another bonus video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of my answers in the comments below, where I will also pin this challenge for you guys to partake in. I'm excited to hear what you guys have to say. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and hit that bell for notifications. I will see you guys next week. Although before I go, I wanted to give another shout out to one of my favorite channels, Megalator's iWriterly. Thank you for this challenge, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.